Imagine being 9 years old and having millions of strangers watching your every move, flashing stacks of cash, sitting in luxury cars, going viral overnight. But behind the scenes, chaos, manipulation, and a family tearing itself apart. This is the story of Lil Tay, the youngest flexer on the internet, and how her rise to fame ended in silence. Stick around, because this is way darker than you remember. We think about the craziest internet stories of the past few years. Lil Tay's name is bound to come up. At just 9 years old, she exploded onto Instagram and YouTube with videos flexing stacks of cash.
Lil Tay be poppin'. 7 years later, I'm still the youngest one doing it. 7 years later, these broke ass bitches and these grown ass men still hating on me. This shit costs more than your rent. This shit costs more than your rent, and that's why you bitches are mad. None of y'all are doing it like me. I tried to get y'all right 7 years ago, so if you ain't a broke ass bitch no more.
Luxury cars and designer outfits, calling herself the youngest flexer of the century. Millions watched, laughed, and sometimes cringed as this tiny girl threw around adult language and acted like a full-on baller. But behind the viral videos and fake flexing, there was a darker story unfolding, one that would eventually lead to her sudden disappearance from the spotlight. Lil Tay's rise was meteoric. Within weeks of posting her first viral clips, she was featured on news sites, gossip blogs, and even TMZ. She gained over 2 million Instagram followers, became a meme sensation, and was constantly surrounded by rumors about record deals and TV appearances. For a while, it seemed like Lil Tay was on top of the world. But as the internet buzzed about her wild antics, many people began asking, who was really behind all this? That's when the cracks started to show. It became clear that Lil Tay's older brother was the one directing much of her content, staging the flexing videos, feeding her lines, and pushing her to act out in ways that were designed to get attention. More disturbingly, her mother, who worked in real estate, was reportedly using homes she didn't own and luxury cars she didn't own just to make the videos look real. As more details emerged, public opinion began to shift. What once looked like a funny internet gimmick started to feel like exploitation. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Then came the family drama. Lil Tay's parents were embroiled in a bitter custody battle, with each side accusing the other of using her for money and fame. Her father, who had been largely absent during her rise, stepped back into the picture, claiming he wanted to protect her from being exploited. Her brother and mother, on the other hand, claimed the father was just trying to control her earnings. The internet, which once eagerly watched Lil Tay's every move, now watched in discomfort as this young girl was caught in the middle of adult fights and legal battles. In the middle of all this chaos, Lil Tay disappeared from social media. Her Instagram account went dark. Rumors flew about whether she was okay, where she was, and what had happened. Fans were left with no answers. For months, and then years, Lil Tay became a ghost online, a symbol of what can go wrong when a child is thrown into the world of internet fame without protection. Occasionally, old videos or rumors would resurface, but the girl who once called herself the youngest flexer had been silenced. Today, Lil Tay's story serves as both a cautionary tale and a tragic example of how social media fame can spiral out of control. The internet that once lifted her up was the same force that ultimately chewed her up and spat her out. Whether Lil Tay will ever return or rebuild her image remains a mystery. But one thing is clear. Behind every viral moment, there's often a hidden story, and not all of them end in success. Comment down below and tell me, do you think Lil Tay was just a kid having fun, or was she being exploited by the people around her? I really want to hear your thoughts.